We're in segment number 28 of my Halloween special, in which this time around, we're going to play Jeopardy for the Sega Genesis. Let's see how we do this game. There we go, sorry about that. For the Sega Genesis. This game, we're taking on Elaine and Logan for this Halloween special. Here we go. We have one daily double up there somewhere on the board in these categories.
Here are the categories.
Unreal Estate, Sports Trivia, Science, Political Quotes, Islands, and finally, Food. Okay. These are good categories. I'm going to leave them as they are as we start with food for 100, please. Risotto is a popular Italian dish that features this grain cooked in broth. What is rice? We had this category in Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the DOS earlier in the Halloween special.
You are correct.
I'd like food for 200. So I shouldn't have a problem with this category. A frittata is an open-faced variety of this. What is an omelet?
You are correct.
We'll have food for 300. Greek salads are usually distinguished by this cheese. What is feta?
You are correct.
Food for 400, please. A very large, firm, meaty tomato, often served with onion slices and an oil and vinegar dressing. What is beefsteak?
You are correct.
And I'll have food for 500. $1,000 is where I stand right now. From the Greek word for leaf, these leaf-like sheets of pastry are used to make baklava. What is phyllo? So yep, we did not have a problem running this category.
You are
All right,
correct.
$1,500 in cash. We're doing good. Let's have Islands 100, please. The first communist state in the Western Hemisphere. What is Cuba?
You are correct.
I like Islands for 200, please. In 1953, it was declared an integral part of Denmark. What is Greenland?
You are correct.
Islands for 300, please. Island country where you'll find the Maori speaking Maori. What is New Zealand?
You are correct.
Islands for 400. While Big Diomede belongs to Russia, Little Diomede belongs to this country. What is the United States?
You are correct.
I'd like Islands for 500, please. Japan's largest city, highest mountain, and largest lake are located on this, its largest island. What is Honshu? Oh, Foop.
You are collector.
Ran the Islands category, and we're at $3,000. I'd like to have political quotes 100, please. He introduced himself as the man who accompanied Jacqueline Kennedy to Paris. Who is John F. Kennedy?
You are
I'd
collector.
like political quotes for 200, please. He said, if nominated, I will not run. If elected, I will not serve. It is William Tecumseh Sherman.
You are collector.
Science 100. Land animal with the largest teeth. What is the giraffe?
Fine.
It's the other one. Down to $3,000, but that's okay. Elephant, yeah. I should have said that.
You are collector.
In the 1980 election, he coined the phrase voodoo economics. Who's Ronald Reagan?
Fine.
No. Oh, George Bush.
You are collector.
Okay. On real estate 100. Little Abner's Mountain. Dog Patch.
You are collector.
Logan's right. And we go to Sports Trivia 100. Rowdy, Roddy Piper, Andre the Giant, and the Road Warrior are among the heavies in this sport. What is wrestling?
You are collector.
Sports Trivia 200, please. This British princess competed in equestrian events in the 1976 Olympics. Who's Princess Diana?
Fine.
No.
You are collector.
The Cartwrights Ranch on Bonanza, which became the name of the show in syndication. No.
Fine.
Oh, the Ponderosa.
You are collector.
It's the Ponderosa, yeah. Alright, Science 200. Stratigraphy is a branch of this earth science. What is geology?
You are collector.
Alright, I'll have science for 300. Diffraction refers to the way it bends. What is light?
are correct.
Science 400. Daily double. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I'll make it a true daily double. The two primary ferrous metals are iron and this. What is copper? Or is it steel? I'll say what is steel.
You are correct.
Oh, good thing I did! Good thing I did. Science 500. Natural vanilla flavoring comes from this tropical flower. What's an orchid?
You are correct.
Alright, $6,700 in cash. Could we have Sports Trivia 3 for 400, I guess. Pitching for the Yankees, he threw a perfect game in the 1956 World Series. Don Larson.
You are correct.
Sports Trivia 300. From Scandinavian for shoot, its goal is hitting clay targets thrown into the air. What is a skeet?
Sorry.
We got a phone call here. Let's see who it is.
Call from wireless caller.
I do not know who that is.
Sorry.
So therefore, I shall not take the call. I do not know that number, so therefore...
Sorry.
Oh, everybody lost out on that one.
You know the correct response?
Oh, skeet shooting. I had to say skeet shooting. Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. 200 feet below sea level, the lowest golf course in the world is in this California low spot.
You are correct.
Oh, okay. Political quotes 400. Acid tongue vice president who said some newspapers dispose of their garbage by printing it. Who is Spiro Agnew?
You are correct.
Alright. Presidential candidate who said, eggheads unite, you have nothing to lose but your yolks. Sorry, I was looking up that number who called me. And I do not know who that was, so. Who's Adlai Stevenson?
You are correct.
There we go. I should have been paying better attention, but it's okay. Unreal Estate 300. Land where Puff the Magic Dragon frolics. What is Honolulu?
You are correct.
400. Playing Fredonia's dictator, he wound up in duck soup. Nope.
Sorry. You know the correct response?
Oh, Groucho. Okay, now the last clue. Jim Hawkins' search for Treasure Island begins at this English inn. It is the Admiral Benbow.
You are
So I have
correct.
$7,600. Elaine has $900. Logan has $400. So we're going to go ahead and start playing the round of...
Double Jeopardy.
Here we go.
You are the category.
Blue songs, wordplay, 60s trivia, presidential trivia, automobiles, and finally, actors and roles. Alright. I'm going to start things off with actors and roles for 200, please. Peter Bain was only 4 years old when he began recording the voice of this rabbit in Bambi, who is Thumper. And from what I understand, Peter Bain is still alive today. And Peter Bain, if you're watching this, I hope you're doing well, even though you don't have any idea who I am.
You are correct.
Can we go ahead and take actors and roles for 400, please? Perhaps her 5 marriages helped prepare this actress for her role as a Golden Girl. Who is Rue McClanahan?
You are correct.
Actors roll 600. As both Davy and Daniel, he stuck his nose in troubles between the settlers and Indians. Who is Fess Parker?
You are correct.
Let's have actors and roles for 800. He played Jane Fonda's fiance in On Golden Pond 1 year after bossing her around in 9 to 5. Who is Dabney Coleman?
You are correct.
And I'll have actors and roles for 1,000. Eight years after 10 Speed and Brown Shoe, he returned as 10 Speed Turner on JJ Starbuck. Ben Vereen.
You are correct.
Alright, 60 trivia 200. By 1966, the Air Force had logged 10,147 sightings of these, but didn't believe any. What are UFOs?
You are correct.
60 trivia for 400. In October of 1965, he showed his operation scars to reporters. Who is Moshe Dayan?
Sorry.
No. Lyndon Johnson.
You are correct.
The artificial turf in this stadium is nicknamed Mardi Gras. What is the Superdome?
You are correct.
Alright. Let's have a wordplay for 400. When reversed, this month becomes a sweet potato. What is May?
You are correct.
It's $10,000 now. Wordplay 600. As a verb, it means looked at. As a noun, it's a well-worn popular saying. What is saw?
You are correct.
Let's have wordplay for 800. In conversation it means nonsense, but in a deli it's a cold cut. What is baloney?
You are correct.
Wordplay 1000. Did a double. And we're currently at $11,400. I'm going to go 3,600. Two common English 5-letter words that end in imph. What are lymph and nymph? I could have gone more, but I didn't remember what the clue would be.
You are correct.
All right, 15 grand. 60 trivia for 6. In 1963, Gene Nadich lost 72 pounds and started this company. What is Weight Watchers?
You are correct.
60 trivia, 800. In 1967, this representative was kicked out of the House for reprehensible behavior. Who was Armstrong Jones? Armstrong Jones. I'm trying to remember his first name.
Sorry.
No, that is wrong. Adam Clayton Powell. Adam Clayton Powell. So I would have been wrong either way.
You are correct.
Okay. Automobiles 200. Though thought of as an early car, it was built by the Stanley Twins Company until 1924. What is a steamer? What was the Stanley steamer?
You are correct.
Let's have automobiles for 400. Yep, he and Clark Gable Pop, the only two SSJ Duesenbergs sold. Oh, Gary Cooper.
You are correct.
Alright, presidential trivia 200. At various times, he and all 5 of his brothers were nicknamed Ike. Who's Dwight Eisenhower?
You are correct.
Well, presidential trivia for 400, please. Springtime ritual started by Presidential Hayes on the White House lawn. What's an Easter egg roll?
You are correct.
We'll have 600, please. Presidential trivia 600, I should say. Gilbert Stuart stuffed his sunken cheeks with cotton for the presidential portraits. Who is George Washington?
You are correct.
Presidential trivia for 800. Though his second term was plagued by scandal, he was almost nominated for a third term in 1880. It was Ulysses S. Grant was the correct response.
You are correct.
In 1908, 5 years before getting the job, he wrote a book titled The President of the U.S. Who is Woodrow Wilson?
You are correct.
Alright, up to 17-2. Automobile 600. In 1908, the Model K of this luxury car was the first to use standard parts. Oh, Cadillac. Alright.
You are correct.
In 1901, this oil billionaire installed a payphone in his mansion for guests to use. It was J. Paul Getty. J. Paul Getty was the answer. Alright, next clue. Blue Songs 200. Where Fats Domino found his thrill. What is Blueberry Hill?
You are correct.
Oh, Blue Songs 400. Song in which Jimmy cracked corn and I don't care. What is Blue Tail Fly?
You are correct.
Blue Song 600. The Marcells hit #1 in 1961 with a remake of this Rodgers and Hart song. What is Blue Moon?
You are correct.
Let's have Blue Song for 800. Thanks to Irving Berlin, Al Jolson found them smiling at him. What are the blue skies?
You are correct.
Okay. Blue Songs 1000. I have $19,200. I'm going to go for $5,800 on this clue. Alright, here's the clue in Blue Songs. Blue on Blue and Blue Velvet were two of this star's early hits. Who's Bobby Vinton?
You are correct.
Putting me at $25,000. In 1932, it was the first company to sell a low-priced car with a V8 engine. Ford, yeah.
You are correct.
Now the last clue. To conserve gas and rubber, this was the speed limit for much of World War II. What was 35 miles per hour?
You are
So I have
correct.
$26,000, Logan $3,600, Elaine $3,500. Final Jeopardy is coming up. The category is Ghosts. I got it. I'm gonna bet all $26,000. Interested in psychic research while president, his ghost is said to haunt the White House. Who's Abraham Lincoln?
You know the correct response?
And that is right, so I'm gonna end up with $52,000 in cash. Oh, Elaine goes up to 5,000. Logan goes up to 6,000. I go up to $52,000. And there you have it for Jeopardy for the Sega Genesis as part of my Halloween special. We're going to go ahead and call it a part for this segment. And I'll see you all for that next one right after this. Stay with us.